in a universe where life does not end at death. We explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to Arthadian Anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to the New Age Reborn in Power campaign. I am your lore master for this journey, MS Arthadian. And you will get to witness an epic story that spans multiple series and a shattering mystery spread throughout the core. So without further ado, let's dive in. Last time, in the New Age, our chosen were able to gain access to a mysterious algorithmic virtual formula that was being transmitted from the Solar Orbiter's bridge operating system. What was strange is that Liam had never seen this happen onto his ship, and upon finally finishing the upload to understand what was going on, a bright, shattering light emitted from the computer system, blinding nearly everyone and causing Sai, Liam, and Marmaduke-9 to fall unconscious. Arok was the only one of our chosen who managed to fight off the blinding effect. After some time, Avora, Micah, and Recto were able to finally see, and they all devised a plan to go to Moriot and see if a Shorosk shaman could help find out why the other three fell unconscious and are still unconscious. Therefore, they took a command pod out into space, and Arok held on to Liam's codex after having received a message from Dr. Cal. The message seemed to have been deleted, though. On the journey over to the Pillar of Moriot, Arok began snooping through Liam's codex some more, finding holovid files on board the Solar Orbiter. Arok learned that whatever Liam went through on his crashed vessel, there was some madness going around, particularly from the pilot who seemed to have sabotaged Liam's crew. Then, the command pod went through the quantum force in the harbor system. Upon the transition, some really strange hallucinations began occurring in all of our chosen. Sai saw her two conscious minds begin assaulting her. Liam lifted from his body, and Marmaduke experienced more fragments which jolted him awake. Now that Marm was up, Buddy sought to make contact with the Kron. Buddy informed Marm that the three of them had their conscious minds teleporting across space-time. They went to the cockpit to use the navigation console in order to try to pinpoint the location of Sai and Liam, but they weren't able to get a direct coordinate. Finally, the pod landed on Moriot, and you all were greeted by a Shorosk at the base of the Great Tree of Life. And that's where we will begin our session. So, we see Moriot on the screen there. That is the Great Tree right there. Rather beautiful. And as you guys approach, you see the Shorosk there, looking over at Arok and Recto, who approach and greet their shaman brother. And you see, as this shaman approaches, he looks over towards Arok. It's like, you have been away for some time. Welcome back.
I'm glad to be back. He responds with a nod.
Come inside. And you see he begins to turn around, walking up the roots, the massive roots that you guys all see. It's almost like he's following this direct pathway through these roots that are kind of allowing him to like walk through with ease without having to lift up his legs and go over them, or it's weird. It's like there's already the roots made a path for you all to reach this building, or maybe perhaps the building was made to accommodate the actual nature itself. But you see a little like circular hut at the base of the tree itself. You can see it right there. Look at it. There it is. But as you guys approach inside, heading, like following this Shorosk, I would like Arok, you to roll me a discipline will check.
Oh, don't fail. You'll. He straightens out a 22.
A 22. Okay. As you head up this path, you begin to feel a familiar feeling from. It almost brings back memories from when you were a child. Very young child. The feeling is somewhat ominous. You feel like Moriot is in a darker state than it was previously. Or at least this darkness has been growing.
Arok ponders this and turns to the shaman. Has something changed since I was last here?
He looks back at you. Oh, what is happening, young one? We can discuss this, but it seems you have come for other matters as well. And he looks back at the two hover beds that are being kind of pulled by Micah. Oh, actually, they weren't on hover beds. You guys actually were carrying them, right? I believe that's what I have from last time.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, and I forget. I remember Marmaduke was holding Buddy, right?
Oh no, where's Buddy?
Marmaduke is holding Buddy. I'm pretty sure Marmaduke is holding Buddy.
No, but where's Buddy?
Buddy is gone. Buddy's not on the screen anymore.
Someone dropped him in the forest.
Oh, sorry.
Let's see. Oh, he's still back at the Kurta cow.
I was definitely carrying Buddy. I remember that.
Yes.
Wait, there's a way to find him. Map Explorer tokens.
All right. Well, while Arok is finding Buddy for us, you guys all enter into this hut. It is very big of a hut, like, because Redicon go inside of these things. This open circular entrance is probably about 15 to 20 feet tall, And when you go inside, there's a fireplace lit, but the fireplace is almost like this bluish green flame that is burrowing in the corner, and it almost looks like there's roots that are connected directly into the fireplace. Roots from the tree.
Ooh.
When you go up to it, it's warm, but it doesn't burn at all when you approach it.
I was thinking it was brave of them to have a fire in a tree.
And you also
So
see
close to a tree.
the roots are almost look like they're like couches and sofas and lounge area for you to sit at. And when you go to sit at it, it actually feels cushiony when you sit on these roots, but it's connected to all the other plant life as well. I love how everyone's in that little area. But yes, I believe Arok was carrying Sai, and then Recto was carrying Liam. And I'm pretty sure Liam's head is somewhere near Recto's rear end, right? That's
I'm near the rectal.
yeah. But as you guys sit down, you see another Shorosk is also inside here, and you see him kind of placing his hands on one of the roots. His eyes are closed, and then he opens his eyes and lets go, and then looks over towards you all. It's like, looks like we have some more visitors. And then he comes and approaches. It's like, oh, well, look at what we have here. And he looks at you, Arok. And then he goes and gives you a hug. And you actually know this shaman from your past. You're trying to remember of it, but you believe his name was Shaman Orvo. I will spell it if you need me to spell it. Orvo, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not the right person. That's Marmaduke. I'm gonna send it to you. Shaman Orvo. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, young Arok, hello!" And he goes and gives you a big hug. He's like, "You look so big. Look at you. I remember when you were just this height." And he kind of lowers his hand. He's about the same size as how tall Marmaduke is when he puts his head there.
Arok lets out a embarrassed smile as he hugs his old friend and says, "Yeah,
Last I saw you went to Celeste Minari. Where are your brothers?"
They okay. I still talk to them on the Codex.
Oh, you're using that? Yes, the technology of the whole thing, the core. And then you hear the other shaman's like, they are here for business. We must help them. Oh, okay. And then you see Orvo goes over and takes a seat at one of the roots, and it's like, all right, what can we do for you? And you see Micah approach along with Alvora, and everyone kind of takes a seat around the area where Orvo is sitting. And Micah says, We had a situation where we ended up having our allies here fall unconscious. And then you see Orvo looks over towards the two of them who are unconscious currently. He's like, "Oh, and you see Micah's like, we didn't know whether or not there would be a way to get them awake without some kind of insight, and the best thing all of us could come up with was taking them here to see if maybe you could help guide their minds back to where they are, because apparently from what we have gathered, their bodies are here but their minds are elsewhere. Oh. And you see Orville look back at the other shaman, and the shaman approaches the two bodies and goes up and looks between the two. As he looks between the two, I don't have my dice with me, actually. I forgot to grab my freaking dice.
Are you less prepared than I am?
I mean, probably, yeah. I mean, a lot has happened today. There was a lot of technical difficulties. Okay, so a lot was happening. But I will roll here. Let me see. Brackets, right? These are brackets. /R. That's not how it works. I'm rolling like I'm rolling on roll 20. Let's see if this works. Oh, okay. Okay. He looks between.
We see the dice this time.
Yeah, you did.
Wow.
You did see it. He looks between the two. And as he looks between the two, he says, I don't know, Arok. And, operative, it seems your friends are lost.
Rock looks over at Sai and Liam. He doesn't know what to feel about Liam, but for Sai, he feels really sad. You sure there is nothing that can be done?
What is up with this? Is that random? That's random, right?
Yeah, if it has
Yeah,
the
it's random between a 1 and a 12.
Yeah, what the? Okay, Orville stands up. He's like, nonsense, and he comes over and he begins to look at the two of them, and he's like, lost generally does not mean that they are forgotten. And you see he comes up and begins to place his hands on each of them. As he does place his hands on them, I need to roll another thingy. You guys get to see all the rolls today.
Cool.
Oh. Okay. You see he
100.
Places his hands on each of them, and as he does so, he closes his eyes, and then he opens his eyes and looks back at each of you. There is a being that is clouding our vision on them.
What kind of being?
You see him back away. I am not familiar. But perhaps a large jolt of source energy could bring them back to their bodies. As he looks between Arok and Recto, he's like, Recto, you haven't gone through your trial, have you? And Recto looks over, he's like, no, not yet. Not yet. And he seems nervous, and then he looks over towards you, Arok. You too, Arok, have yet to go through your trial.
He lowers his head down a bit. Is this a different trial to the one he needed before he could leave his homeworld, or...?
There are multiple trials. The trial to leave your homeworld was more of like a hunting trial to see if you can like survive. This trial is like the ascension of like going up the tree of Moriot in order to speak with Evemore herself.
Oh, okay then.
And it's like a big trial.
And Arok has not taken this test.
Not yet.
Okay.
Have you studied?
Yes.
Liam wakes up. Have you studied?
And then falls right back.
No.
Well, we know what kind of dream he's having now.
Yeah, Arok gives a more definite answer. No, I have not.
No worries, no worries. And he looks over towards everyone. Your friends will need to find their path on their own, but we can help illuminate said path through a few things. Are your friends strong in their will?
Arok?
Micah looks over towards Arok and Marmaduke as...
I believe Sai is certainly one of the most mentally strong people I've met. As for Liam, it's a little early to tell.
Marmaduke is, of course, the correct person to ask about mental stability.
Oh, completely. Then again, Arok makes a good point. Most people are completely mentally stable in comparison to me.
I feel like this whole party's just not mentally stable.
Oi!
Arok's only mentally unstable if he's on the effects of drugs.
Well, you see Orville come up as like, well then if your friend Sai is the one that has a stronger will, I believe we should start with them. And they look over at Sai, it's like, the issue though is the fact that she is sin. What do we do if with the sin? And then he looks over towards the other Shorosk, is like, I don't know. looks over towards Micah, and Micah is like trying to think. You see Recto is like looking over at the fire, and he's just like staring at the fire.
We can't throw her in there, Rector. That's not going to help anything.
And
Jesus check. Is up Medin.
Wait, what was that?
Can Arok attempt a computers check?
Sure.
Anyone can attempt.
Would you like a hand?
Would that do anything?
I mean, you two can work together on it. While you guys are doing this, I think I'm gonna go and grab my dice really quick.
Oh, yeah. Computes a 9.
Or not.
It could have been worse. It could have been better.
Actually,
it could really only have been
turning
better.
it off and on again.
No, the issue here is that we usually administer a biological agent to the bloodstream in order to cause a supernatural effect. With a body like this, it is highly unlikely for us to be able to do our natural routine. And then
look at
let me see.
I look at Arok, and I just there is something we could perhaps attempt.
Marmaduke.
Yeah. And Buddy, maybe having read my mind.
Marmaduke.
Buddy is seemingly on the same wavelength as I am. Buddy, hello.
Perhaps we can connect Sai to you and then access her information through you.
Oh. Okay.
But that's only if you can do so.
And if she consents.
She tell Arok that she cannot consent because she is unconscious.
I mean, consent is sort of immaterial at the moment because she can't give it. My suggestion is actually, I mean, we may be going with the lesser of two uncomfortables here for Sai, because my suggestion would have been to have Buddy do it. But if I can do it, she might prefer that.
The issue is if I were to do it, it would make Sai very uncomfortable. I know this because I tried it before. It did not work. And also, I am still robotic like Sai, so anything that they do to her, they cannot do to me as well. So they need biological, which you are biological.
Alright.
And you are currently the only other creature here that has enhancements that is awake.
Alright. I'm going to look at Arok and at Alvora as well. What do you two think?
I think this is good.
Avora is looking between everything and is just like, how would you do that? How would you go through the process of connecting to her?
Well, actually, I don't know. I'm going to ask... hang on, let me ask the ball. Buddy?
I don't know if I like the term ball.
All right. I shall ask this sphere. How's that? That's more majestic. Or would you just prefer I called you Buddy?
I like the term buddy.
All right. All right. I have to use...
You hear Orville lean over towards the rock. Is like, oh, is he talking to that thing right there?
He responds back, yeah, it talks, even though we can't hear it.
He's like, off-world doors are really weird sometimes.
Rock lets off a small smile and says, yeah.
So, sorry, Marmaduke, I had to do that interaction. Go ahead.
Buddy, how would this be done? How would I connect to Sai?
You must connect your enhancement to size enhancement. There should be a place, a cord, a specific connection point for you to access. The only thing is, I don't think this has ever been done before, or if it has, there's not much information as to what will happen. Basically, you would be calibrating Sai as an enhancement.
Could you put it in a way that's more simple and has less potential for innuendo?
Sai,
You have to connect and calibrate Sai. Could you put it in a more...
Sai
in
becomes
less of
an enhancement for you, like a weapon on your arm connected to your arm, or a armor on your body. But this is more like merging two bodies together into one.
See, again, I mean, you had me with the weaponry and then you went right back to become one.
Buddy's like, I don't understand. Why can't you understand?
No, I understand. It's just
What you need to do is you need to calibrate Sai as an enhancement.
Right.
Do you know how to calibrate?
In what way? I mean,
You as Marmaduke know that calibrating is literally like connecting like a cybernetic enhancement into your body, into one of your enhancement slots. But what Buddy is saying is you need to basically connect Sai into one of those enhancement slots, but using one of her enhancement slots. So there's a little cord. There's a little cord that's basically connected to your nervous system that will connect to an enhancement. But you need to connect that cord to one of Sai's cords.
Right. And now it becomes clearer to me. Now it's put in mechanical terms. I'm no longer... I'm too close to Alvora. She's having that effect on me. All right. Okay. All right. So in a completely PG way, let's go ahead and connect.
Micah's like, oh, so what is the plan?
I'm going to connect an enhancement port on my arm to one on Sai's arm, and I will be able to
let me see.
profits.
Mika looks over at you, is like, I don't know if that is a good idea. I
Why
mean,
not?
it could
I know
be.
I've just been.
if her-
I know I've just been sort of making it a sexual innuendo. If that's the reason, then that's.
This is
I
more like.
understand, sort of.
This is more like if Sai's conscience isn't inside there, you would be accessing her sin frame.
Yes.
If Sai's conscience is in there, it might screw with both of your minds.
More than
You
mine
become
already is.
three.
You become 3.
Well, if that's the case, you call us Tri. As in, like a Triforce.
Triforce.
Marmaduke.
Look, it's either me or Buddy that does it, and
I cannot
think
do
out
it.
of the two,
If
he can't do it. Well, it's just me then. He can't do it.
I don't want to
I
upset her.
promise you, I'm paying attention.
All right. Well, if you need me to, I know how to calibrate. I can probably help out, making sure that this is
Oh,
a
thank God.
seamless process.
Well, helping would be wonderful. I think. Sai, somehow I think I've gotten a message from the universe that Sai would appreciate the help.
All right. So Micah goes over to help out as this is happening, and then Micah looks over at Orvo. Is like, maybe you should get the stuff ready for when this process happens, and then we can, figure it out. And then you see Orvo's like, yes. And he looks over towards the other Shorosk. He's like, go get the seed. And you see he turns around and goes and walks into another chamber as Micah goes over to one of your enhancement slots, and she's like, do you want which one specifically do you want to use?
The one on my left arm.
All right. And she goes over. Okay. These rolls suck on here. All right. She goes over and she begins to work on pulling out the actual cord inside your enhancement slot. And as this happens, I would like you to roll me an endurance check, Marmaduke. Use your
I'll try not to use it too vigorously. An endurance check. All right.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Cool, it works. It wasn't too brilliant to check, but
No, that was not very. That was not super brilliant of a check.
No.
Okay.
Micah! Hold gently! Oh, I'm glad I chose the one on my arm.
You take 13 points to your stamina. And you feel like sorry, and then it almost feels like a tendon is being pulled out of a socket in your arm, and you can feel it being pulled, and it's twitching in your brain at this point. As this is twitching in your brain, I would like you to roll me a discipline will check.
does it tickle?
Mika, could you just not do it? Oh, that's good.
Oh, okay.
Was this to not punch Mika?
You feel it
Big number.
pop out as it comes out you see Mika goes over to Sai's body and is pulling out a similar looking cord, but it looks thicker, and it looks like it can actually like bend and tilt, and it's more advanced than what you have, Marmaduke.
Ooh.
And she's like,
Well, I'm old.
Okay, let's plug this in then. And as she plugs it in, you suddenly feel a wiring sensation go through your entire body. As it goes through your entire body, you feel it. It feels like the flow of your mind begins to fade for a moment, and you no longer feel that ache in the back of your head. Like something has vanished. Something that has always been there for as long as you can remember. It's no longer there. You feel at peace. You don't feel like you're looking over your shoulder. And as this happens, you look over at everyone. Everyone is kind of just staring at you, waiting for you to respond whether or not it worked. Alvora says, Marmaduke, are you okay?
Yes. Yes, I'm good. I'm pretty good. I think it worked, maybe.
Okay, that's good. And then you see the Shoras come out, and you see he is holding on to this massive looking seed that looks like it has an opening at the top of it at its point, and at the top of it, it looks like there's like this plume of smoke that is coming out of it. And he walks over, hands it over to Orvo, and Orvo steps over. Is like, "Is everything all right?" And Mika is like, "Did the calibration work, Marmaduke?"
I think so.
All right. Is Sai there? Can you speak to her? Is that a thing?
Hold on. Hello, Sai.
You do not get any response.
You control the body.
Sifra.
There is no response.
Nis. Nadine. Ortiz.
And
She's
Alvaro looks over.
She's not there. She would have hit me by now if she was there. She's not there.
Well then, perhaps the connection to her might be able to... Well, your connection to her might be able to find her through this. And he takes the seed, and he goes over, and he brings it to you, and he says, "I need you to suck on the seed." And he hands it to you. And this thing is big. Like, you have to kind of like carry it in your arms. like a full-on baby.
You want me to suck your seed?
Oh, not
Now
like
you're
that.
doing this on purpose.
You see, he's like, no, not like that. I want you to breathe in the fumes that is coming from the center of the seat.
You do not have just said that to me. I'm connected to someone's head. I don't want to be putting weird things in it.
Some
Rock
viruses.
finds nothing wrong with this.
Viruses.
And if you
I
can,
don't want to give her malware.
if you can, make sure that you focus on her rather than yourself. If you're focusing too much on yourself, then this is only going to happen to you. It needs to happen to her.
All right.
Good.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right, well, hold it closer to me.
He holds it for you and he puts it to your mouth. Go ahead and roll me a discipline will check. As I'd like to know what memories and what things are you focusing on about Sai in particular.
I'll be focusing on playing Krunami with her and the other two.
Okay.
On her helping the boy in the village in the city in Terth Trintrek a while ago. I think those two.
All right. One more discipline will check as this happens. I need to see. How do you do a secret roll? Because now I want it to be secret.
I think if you just type /GM,
that's even better.
That's a fucking crit. That's a fucking crit right there.
followed by
Wow. Okay. All right. So, you breathe in these fumes. As you do so, you look at everyone, and they just kind of look at you. And suddenly, the fireplace stops making sounds. You see everyone's body begins to wave and then begins to spin, and your vision begins to spin around and around, and then you see the figures of all of them turn to smoke. You cannot see them anymore. And as this continues, you focus on playing with Sai, watching Sai help the boy in Terth Trintrek. You feel like nothing else is around you in this very moment. Until you begin to sense a presence, a dark presence appear. That presence begins to flow around your body in a pattern, like it's zigzagging around. And then you hear
Oh god.
What is this? What are you doing? And what do you do, Marmaduke?
Smack it.
You have some friends of mine.
I have
And I
friends
would
of
like them
yours.
back.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. You're focusing on someone. You want your friends back. This Sifranis Madinatis. You're focusing on. That is their name? Yes?
Yes.
Oh god.
As this happens, you suddenly see this, or feel this form begin to appear. And it looks like a spectral black figure. What is happening on the screen? You see a spectral black figure appear, and you see these razor sharp teeth emerge. It's like, oh, you're not Hereticon. You're not of Moriot. You're not of Evemar. But it's okay. I will help you find your friend if you leave this place.
If I leave Moriot.
Yes, I don't want you here. You reek of something. You reek of something that isn't of their mother.
I will be happy to leave this place, as long as I'm leaving with Sifra Nis Medin Atiz.
Okay. Let us see. Sifra Nis Medin Atiz. I am looking through what I can find. Oh. You're connected to this thing here. What is this? Right here. And you can see the spectral figure begins to motion towards Sai's sin frame. What is it? This looks like a contraption of some kind. You're making a tool. It is a tool. It is a tool to store something. Yes. I am starting to understand. I can see it in your mind. Oh yes. Sai was inside this one. What? Is that what we're looking for?
That is where she goes.
Okay. Where did you lose her? Oh. And you suddenly begin to feel something begin to latch onto your mind. Almost like this thing is trying to peer into what is going on through your head, through the memories that you are pushing through about Sai. It takes in those memories and is like, oh. If you want to get her back, you'll have to face something in your own past. You and her are connected. Not just through the connection that you have formed, but through a deeper connection. This feels...
Deeper connection.
This feels familiar to me. And you see the spectral figure kind of go over to your shoulder and begins to whisper in your head. Are you working with Evemar? Or Are you not? And you feel some almost anger. Like, you aren't connected to Evemore. I don't know about this. As this is happening, Arok, since you are the only one who is technically awake inside here, you watch as Marmaduke kind of just is just standing there, completely catatonic, and you see Orville is holding onto the seed and is looking at him. Let me see.
Arok tilts his head around to see what Marmaduke is looking at.
You see Orvo's like, it looks like he's in it. And then you see the other Shorosks begin to push everyone aside and go up to him. He's like, oh no. And Orvo's like, what? What's the matter? It is a Duskian. And you see Orvo looks over, like, and I would like you to roll me a lore check, Arok.
Ooh, okay. Lore.
Lore with a
Whoa.
16. That's pretty high. Look at that.
A near crit.
Duskian. Duskian means the dusk of Evemore, which is the region of like negative emotions and like embodiments of like the Evemore pantheon. Basically, as Redicon, you have to control your emotions because you guys are like stronger than well, practically every other species. And there are two sides of Evemore. There's the dawn and the dusk. The dawn is more of like the positive emotions, and that's where like Moriot basically brought about the dawn. The Duskian embodiments are like things like sorrow, wickedness, and like just more negative connotations to how emotions operate. And usually these embodiments come through shamanistic rituals that the Shorosk use. And you do know that the darkness that you've been feeling, this ominous tone, it feels similar to that. It feels like there is a darkness that is beginning to spread across Moriot and possibly even Evemore itself, the entire realm.
Okay.
And Orvo's like, do you know which one it is? I can't tell. Like, it is. I think it might be. I am not sure. I really am not sure. It might be Fagaver. It might be. It might be Motivir. But. Oh wait. And you see he looks through. He's like, I think it's Permeus. Permeus. And Orvo looks over at you, Arok. Is like, Arok. Are you? Do you have a? Do you find positive joy through your friends here? Like, do you feel like you have an inkling towards being positive when you're around them?
Arok nods his head. Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you think we can do a merging? And you see the other shaman is like, is that safe with these two? These two are not Redicon. Like, well, if we're going to help his friend, we need to see if maybe Arok can actually do something about this. And Mike is like, whatever it is, we can help too. It's like, no, this must be done by a reticon, if it's going to be done. We cannot do much because we don't know these people, but it is Arok's friends, so Arok is the best person to do this. So, Arok, if you go in, you might see a Duskian embodiment. You must harbor positive emotions and potentially then it could sway this Duskian away from Marmaduke. Do you think that you can do so?
Arok furrows his brow in determination and says, yes, I will save them.
All right. And then suddenly you hear come from Mika's codex. Mika's codex. It's like, sorry, I need to go. And you see her head out. And as she heads out, you see Orvo's like, all right, well then, come over here, sit next to Marmaduke here. And he goes and like plops you down, like on your knees, so you're probably about right up to Marmaduke's shoulders in height. and he says, now I need you to wrap your arm around Marmaduke. You need to think of Marmaduke when you pass through. You need to think of Marmaduke and, well, your friend, Sifra. But they need to be positive. Memories, emotions, anything positive that you can think of. Alright?
Yes.
Good.
He turns to Marmaduke and puts his hand on his shoulder, and then thinks back to the first time he met Marmaduke on Turfton Trek.
Alright.
He thinks of how dashing he was for a non-reticon. And later on, when he bravely went into that bar pretending to be a doctor or injured, he forgets what exactly. And then to
Oscar.
Sai.
Oscar
Back
forgot to do the
over-
camera. Go ahead, keep going.
At the Turfton Trek hall, remembering how nice she did and presented herself, the way she managed to take care of all the confusing parts of the investigation without missing a step. And the time they went grapple swinging
Oh, yes.
to take care of the final thing,
Alright.
the bad guys. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a discipline will check as you also take in these fumes from the seed.
Discipline.
Yes.
Here goes. Oh, he gets an 18.
Alright. I also need to do this. Okay. As you enter inside, the same effects begin to happen to you. As they happen, you suddenly begin to feel a darkness begin to spread over towards you. Marmaduke, you feel this entity, this strange spectral figure goes around you and is still like, you aren't of evil. Huh? What is this? Someone is trying to join us. Ereticon?
It is me.
And you will appear, Arok. Marmaduke, you see Arok begin to form next to you.
Ah, my friend. Good to see you.
You're weak. You haven't seen our mother. And you see he comes over to your face, Arok, and you see his teeth become much larger and sharper. And he's like, You have left home. Huh. Oh, this is fun. And you see he begins to spiral around the two of you, beginning to do figure eights. As he does this, he looks over at you too. Is like, so you're looking to try to get your friend back, but are you going to leave our home again? Huh? Tell me, Reticon, tell me.
I will stay for a time, and I will leave for a while, but I will always find home in Moriot.
As you say this, I would like you to roll me an influence check.
Eyes with influence.
Oh, okay. As you say this, he looks at you as like, you haven't lost your way. But you have yet to take the journey up Moriot. When you do, I will be waiting. And you see his form disperse, and the darkness begins to fade. As it begins to fade,
Rock says to himself, we will meet in time, and I will be ready.
Arok, you look over and you still see Sai's frame there. Marmaduke, you are also there with Sai's frame. And you're trying to understand why she hasn't woken up, or if you can find her. Sai, I would like you to roll me a disciplinal check. Oh, you're ready for it. Okay. Now, I would like a disciplinal check from Liam.
Oh, a little check from me.
Yes, you finally get to do something.
Where am I?
Broken legs and broken mind and all.
I just want to make sure I'm actually.
Yeah, because he can't see his token.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I don't know if there we go. Yeah, I wasn't even impersonating me.
Liam's form materializes.
Okay. Oh.
I go deeper.
Oh.
Deeper still.
Okay. As this happens, I need to add one thing. There we go. That one's good. As this happens,
Rock slap.
Marmaduke, you feel the connection to Sai. It feels like there's something blocking it. Like, actually blocking something there. You try to access... If you try to access more of Sai's Sin Frame... Actually, to do this, let's have you roll me a computers check. Just yeah. Computers would probably be a good thing for this.
Ooh.
23. Okay.
You randomly guessed a randomly generated password. Nice.
Marmaduke-9, as you begin to access more of Sai's frame, you begin to notice some things about it.
Oh.
Not only is she advanced on the outside, but she is extremely advanced on the inside. It seems like there is a network in here that seems to access different forms of energy. And it looks like there's also specific archived spaces inside her Sin Frame that has two separate files, massive files. One file says Sifra Madine, the other file says Nis Atiz.
Just don't look in the porn folder.
And then you also notice a file that specifies... Well, actually, it specifically has a title saying TL. Just those two letters, TL.
EL.
And with that, let me see. With that, you all... Okay, I'm going to give it to you because of what happened. You also get this sense. You remember hearing that, well, from that entity that just came, it seemed like he was explaining how you guys are connected, not just because of what you did, but something even deeper. And when you look at where this file says TL, it, for some reason, reminds you of something.
Ooh. What does it remind me of? Can I narrow it down?
It's very vague. It's very hard to pin down what it is, but it's almost like it's something tied to your past. Arok, you're standing there, and you see Marmaduke is focusing intently, blankly but intently.
So mind melds that he still can't tell what's on this network, or can he actually see the network for the first time?
You cannot see this network. This is something because you're assuming it's because of Marmaduke being connected to it, and he seems to be connected to Sai specifically.
I guess.
What is Marmaduke gonna do? And yeah,
Marmaduke gonna say, and what's he gonna do? What's he gonna say, and what is he gonna do?
Have any ideas, Marmaduke?
Oh, okay. I thought you were still talking to Arok. So I have a file for Sifra and a file for Nis. And I have one for TL.
Indeed.
TL, an abbreviation. What could it stand for?
Could it be an extension?
Could it be a file extension? Could be. Is it .tl? Or
No, it's just straight TL.
TL?
Assume anything remotely computery and knowledgeable didn't come from Arok. I'm just helping in terms of like your character would probably know that.
Now my character might well know that, but I don't.
Yeah, so if it's just TL, then it would probably need to be played or used in some way. Try opening up in different applications according to what your system allows. Is it a video? Is it a text file? Is it an executable?
Right, okay. So can I analyze the TL file and see what's going on with it?
Sure. With that computer, actually, let me roll. Have you roll another computer's check real quick.
Oh,
Higher than before. Look at that.
That's a crit.
As you go and begin to access this, well, okay, so you go to check out this file. You're opening the file, I'm assuming. The TL file.
Once
or are you trying
saying what it is?
So you're trying to understand the information. You you see that the file type for this is unknown.
Then I will.
It is unknown, but it is a. It seems like it's a very small file, actually, very small. Like probably one thing is inside here.
You could try seeing if it's human or prime, readable or machine only. If it's prime readable, then you can actually just open up and see what the text is inside.
Cool, I'll do that.
So you're gonna open it up?
Sure.
All right. As you open it up, it opens up to a white screen. You see it's just white screen, and then all of a sudden there are little symbols that begin to appear in the white space that are black, and it begins to continue to appear until everything goes completely black.
So, screensaver.
As it goes completely black, Marmaduke, you see white text appear before your eyes. Hello, Marmaduke-9.
Hello?
Seems you
Who am
have
I
made your
speaking?
way to communicate with me, finally.
Yes. Finally. I had some help. Who is... Who are you? What does TL mean?
Join Liam, and you'll find out.
Join Liam.
Yes. This is all text. There's
And
there's
where?
no voice or anything like that.
Okay. Where can I find Liam?
Here. As the text disappears, you see the darkness begins to fade away. As it fades away, you see Liam is sitting there. He is completely just... He's completely nude, sitting there in this open space.
Liam?
Liam, you hear a voice, a familiar voice. It sounds like Marmaduke. You have been in this strange space. You've been getting this information in your head. You're not exactly sure what it has been for this entire time. It almost feels like information that you're not quite understanding. But there is something about it that allows you to make sense of technology on a spiritual level. It's rather comforting, with almost like when you would do crafting with your mother. Like you have been able to access more information than you've ever had access to. And it's all to help you with crafting and understanding where you came from and where you're going in the future. But you do hear the voice of Marmaduke appear.
Tally ho, tally ho.
Can you hear me, Liam?
Sorry, I was...
You look up and you see Marmaduke is there. You don't know where you are.
Sorry, I was thinking. I stand up, tall and proud.
Is it really you?
Looking at my hands, I think so. It's been a while, I think.
It may well... Let's not worry about that for now. What's important is... you're here.
You also question, why is he here when you're inside of Sai's Sin frame?
He's looking around and is like, okay, and where's here?
You're inside Sai.
You're
Inside her frame.
Arok, you cannot see this. You're seeing Marmaduke is currently on, like, he's focusing on Sai's frame right now. He seems to be like very focused on it.
Can you come with me?
Sure.
When
I think.
you feel like you could go with, but if you do leave, you're going to leave this space that has been very comforting to be in.
It's a little lonely here, though.
Well, it's not lonely out there. Your friends are out there.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, Buddy's been missing you terribly. This, me coming in here, that was his idea.
Oh, wow. How long has it been?
We
You guys
had to go to Moriot. It's been a little while.
You guys have probably been...
Um,
They've been unconscious for probably about 6 hours now.
It's been 6 hours. Sorry, time dilation. It's made it feel like it's been about 2 weeks. But it has in fact been 6 hours.
Thank you for telling Liam that, because in his mind, traveling from planet to planet takes years.
Yeah.
Wait, what? 6 hours?
Yes. 6 hours.
I haven't even got hungry yet.
Well, you know where there's lots of food. I mean, well, you're not hungry yet, but you know, you could, even if you were hungry, there's loads of food outside.
All right, I think that's best. I think I'm done here.
And you know what else is out there, Liam? Clothes. And Buddy. Clothes are also out there.
I don't know. It's kind of comfy in here.
Are you? So you're gonna head out now?
Yeah.
Okay. As you disconnect, you, Liam, follow Marmaduke out of the space, and you exit out of this file. You both are able to see Siframadine and Nis Atiz, the two files. And now the TL file is gone.
Oh. Can a rock see Liam?
A rock can see Liam.
Look what I found!
Roxy's the Liam.
Hey, Grape. How are you?
I'm okay.
Is he still naked?
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
that is a good question. Am I still?
Yes.
Well, you're sharing
that's
that
okay.
experience with me, Arok.
Oh.
This is a bonding moment for both of us.
It's a bonding experience for all of us.
As this is happening, what are you doing, Marmaduke? Now that you are able to see these two files in front of you inside size frame.
Yes, I'm focusing on those rather than on Liam's manhood, and I'm seeing... Well, she's two people, then. She is both... I think I probably knew this already.
You had a general
haven't
sense from like piecing things together from what she has said. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's also
Yes.
kind of explained it a little bit, but not too much.
Yes. Do we open both? Alright. Brain trust, we're all here. Do we open one of these at a time or both of them at the same time? Because Sai, as we know her, is both of these people. Or does it even matter?
Maybe, yeah, let's... What's the worst that could happen if we open both at the same time?
Arok thinks, let's open the Sai one.
Well, that's the point. They're both the Sai one. She's both
But
of
I
these
only-
people.
I only know Sai.
Oh my god.
Let's open. All right, let's open them. Let's open them both.
Both at the same time?
Why not both mean?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're gonna do both at the same time, opening them. As you go to open both of them at the same time, Sai, you get this strange feeling, this feeling like when you were inside the chamber with Nis. And also when you were inside the chamber with Sifra. When you were negotiating and also talking about how best to proceed to try to stop the infighting between your two families. The only thing is that there's no real way to help them both. But your contact, the scientist, he explained that there could be a way, but at first it might be difficult to handle. But by the end of it all, you could bring your people together, both of your families together, and work together in order to prosper and thrive. Or you could go your separate ways and leave the path presented and let the infighting ensue. This space continues to fester, and then a decision is made, and the two of you come together. And as you come together as one, it almost feels like there is this presence before you that explains to you that although it may not seem right at first, you made the best decision. And you'll see that the future is bright. And that you can usher in a new age for both of your families. And then you feel this slight connection to your body, and it begins to kind of erupt through your entire body, and you begin to hear thoughts. Marmaduke-9, what are you thinking? What are the thoughts going through Marmaduke-9's head?
I really hope this works.
You hear that sigh. What do you do? Sifra? Sifra Nismadine Atiz? Are you
Oh,
there?
I had my mic muted 'cause I was unconscious.
You pulled the scales.
I pulled the scales.
It wasn't me.
I turn around and then like, hope what works.
And you don't see Marmaduke, you just hear his voice.
Can I hear that though?
Marm?
You look around and you feel like this weird connection, like there's something going on, and you see like what looks like an opening. I need you to roll me a discipline check. Sorry.
Not too great. Not bad. 21.
Okay. As you look over towards this, like what looks like it looks like this like opening forming, like a portal of some kind, and then you hear gunshots, explosions. It sounds like a battle raging. A baby crying. And then a voice yelling out. That sounds like Marmaduke. It sounds like him screaming, ordering. And then a massive crash, and then just fire burning. And this is all stemming from this portal that you see. What do you do, Sai?
I mean, there's just the portal, right? There's nothing else.
When you're looking around, it looks like you're in this white space that is almost like glitching out with multiple different. It looks like the laboratory from where you got your Sin frame. But it's glitching out constantly. And then there's just this portal. There are no other doors to go out of.
And the portal's the most stable thing in
Yes.
in this room.
Yes.
Is there anything I can pick up, like loose?
When you go over to pick up like any kind of like tool or object, your hand just phases through it.
Right. Okay, I guess I inch towards the portal.
As you inch towards the portal, you hear more gunshots firing. It almost sounds like there are pods flying overhead, and then gunshots being fired down, and explosions happening.
Right. There is nothing to knock on. All right. I yell in the direction of the portal to be like, this is me knocking. I wait a few moments.
As you yell out, I would like Marmaduke to roll me a perception check.
Oh.
Marmaduke, you hear Sai's voice for a split second saying, "This is me knocking."
Sai?
You hear Sai come, like literally, just the voice of Marmaduke say Sai coming from this portal.
Right. Okay, he didn't scream no.
But
so...
you do hear the explosions in the background still.
Yeah. Right. Stepping through the portal.
Sounds like fun.
As you step through the portal, you suddenly see, as you walk through, you see a barren landscape where it looks like there is like these hills. The hills are like just filled with just dirt. There's no greenery around anywhere, and you see pods flying overhead and flying away. As they're flying away, you also notice what looks like a crashed pod up ahead, and you begin to rush over as you can see pushing out of the pod a rather wounded Marmaduke-9. He's much younger, and you see him roll out of the pod, and he's holding on to his side. As this is happening, you then see multiple other pods flying from the north, and it looks like they're going to probably be here in the next 5 or 10 minutes or so. As you rush over to this Marmaduke, he doesn't acknowledge you, but as this happens, you see it looks like a huge wave of energy begins to flow straight towards you, and it all just ruptures through you, and you begin to spin sideways, and you wake up inside a chamber where there's a fireplace and a bunch of people are around you, and you feel this connection directly to Marmaduke. All of you are awake. Liam, your eyes open up, and you look back, and you see, well, you have clothes on now.
Unfortunately,
you see there are three massive Redicon here. There is one holding on to this massive seed that has plumes of smoke coming out of it. There is also Recto sitting down and looking at a fireplace, and then looks back and stands up, and Micah stands up. It's like, oh! And then you hear Liam. You hear, "Buddy, you're awake! You're awake! You're awake!" And
buddy,
and Marmaduke, you are still connected to Sai as Mika comes over and comes back. Has been back inside after some time, and comes over and helps disconnect both of you. He's like, "This might pinch a little bit," and yeah, as this happens, yeah, as this happens, it pinches. Let me do this. Gotta do this here. I need you guys. I need Sai and Marmaduke to roll me a endurance check. Endurance.
All right.
All right, that's better.
Okay. Sai, you're gonna take this much in stamina. And Marmaduke, you're gonna take this much in stamina. Oh wow!
The same again.
I even rolled an extra die for Sai.
for both sides.
Yeah.
But you
even
feel,
though that statement is completely inaccurate.
You feel the connection, like let go, and then it's almost like a huge strain releases from you, and you feel tired. And then, Arok, you're kind of just there, and you see... Actually, roll me a perception check, Arok.
Is for perception. He perceives a 17.
You look over in the corner, and it looks like a shadow kind of goes and hides behind something for a moment. And fades away.
He knows.
And you hear Orvo come up. It's like, well, looks like your friends are awake. You did it, Arok. Good work. And you see both of the Shoras go and pat Arok. Is like, good work, Arok. Good work.
It worked. It actually worked.
Yeah.
Now let's go back. Let's go back to my ship.
Micah says, like, you guys are going to need to rest before we actually go to Pillar Command. Because we're going to be heading there. Now. Alright?
There is a sort of dark, toothy entity that did say they wanted me to leave.
A dark, toothy entity? And then
Yeah.
you hear Orville say, it's like, yeah, it was probably one of the Duskian embodiments that we were discussing. That's why we sent Arok in there to help you. And it looks like it helped.
He did. He helped a lot. Oh,
This
we've
is
got
the-
through it
that's
without him.
Smiling.
You see Alvora comes up to Sai. It's like, how are you feeling? Are you alright?
Yeah, that... I feel like I don't know how to describe it. You have a flesh body. I'm tired.
Alright.
You have a sleep button we can push.
My theoretical sleep button does not increase energy. It just makes things stable.
Well, we will carry you both back to the pod and make sure that everything is alright with you. Put you back inside the med bay.
I'm perfectly fine. I don't
Please
need to be carried.
roll
I'm just
me
trying
a
to stand up.
discipline will check, Liam.
Oh, did I? What the heck?
I'm not joking about that too.
No. I tried rolling and I wasn't impersonating. Wait, did I really roll another 5 on that? Oh, wait. Please roll me a discipline. We'll check the game. Did I roll it?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That was just
Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird rolling just 5s and 5s and 5s.
5. Okay, yeah.
That's probably your number.
You feel different when you look over at Sai. It's almost like there are parts of her that you could help her expand on.
There's what?
There
Things to expand on?
are parts of her that you can probably help her expand on. You feel like you can't do it here, but if you go somewhere else, you might be able to help her.
Do I know where the somewhere else is?
You'll
It's
know
almost
it.
as if you
You'll
become
know
brother
it when
and
you.
sister.
You'll know it when you feel it.
Okay.
And you see Mika's like, all right, let's take you all back. And she comes up over to Orvo and the other Shoros. Goes like, thank you for everything that you did. And if you need payment, you see she pulls out a Volt's chip. It's like, we can pay you. It's like, oh, no. We do not take votes. We are here to serve Evemore and a rock here is a part of her. Also, Rectal
It's
as well.
true.
And Rectal was like, yes, I am a part of Evemore too. And looks over at you, Arok, and just kind of like grimaces for a moment, and then begins to head out.
Ooh, drama.
Liam, you hear Buddy say, Buddy, you seem different.
I think I'm feeling okay.
I didn't mean that you feel bad. I mean you seem different.
What's different?
It seems like
Am I wearing new shoes?
now, it seems like there is an aura about you, similar to Sai. But you are Kron.
Well, I mean, Sai's robot lady, she probably was fleshy at one point.
Speaking of fleshy, Marmaduke, you think about something. You feel that headache coming back, that ache in your mind. It reemerges, and you don't feel as comfortable as you did when you were connected to Sai. But as you guys head over back to the pod, saying goodbye to the Shorosk, he's like, you will be back, and when you are back, Arok, you're going to be taking the trial.
I look forward to it, he says.
And he won't be taking it alone, unless taking it alone is part of the trial, in which case he might have to take it alone.
And you hear, it's like,
But the sentiment is there.
you hear Orvo say, it's like, oh, if you wish to all participate in this trial, you may. Though, it is more difficult for those who are outside of Evemore's embrace. But
Hey, Arthadian,
Yes,
did my unnamed Ridicon friend ever do the trial? Do I know of it?
you remember there being a trial, yes, for him.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Evemore thinks you're smelly.
And you all head over to the pod as Mika goes over and begins to pilot it, and then yells out to Marmaduke saying, "Hey, Marm."
Yes.
And you come over, it's like, you can take the reign for a little bit. Just until we get to the quantum force.
That's a deal. That's a deal. But first, there's just something I have to do really quick.
Mm-hmm. And
I go back into the compartment.
mm-hmm. Alvora sitting there.
I approach Sai and Liam.
Okay.
I don't do this very often. But and I hug them both. It is weird.
It is. I just want to picture Liam, who probably has no memory of being hugged, not knowing what this is.
Liam is just probably looking around, like looking at all the trees.
This is especially weird for me, Liam, as I have seen your cock.
What? What's wrong?
I turned to Marm. I'm like, I don't think I want to know what happened.
Sigh, as you are being hugged by Marmaduke, you can't help but remember seeing Marmaduke's face. In that, it almost felt like a memory of his. How he felt, it almost looked like he felt betrayed. And as you guys, the pod lifts off, we're gonna end the session there.
With everyone into the pod. There you go.
You have some fucked up memories, Marm.
Yes, I'm afraid I do. I've got more now that I've seen Liam naked.
Wow.
Also, for in terms of what you know about Sai being maybe two people, like you know Sai has two last names, and her mom is
Matisse?
Is
Yeah.
Medine,
Yeah.
the one that you guys met.
yeah, but that's all that you really know.
Yeah, I thought you just had a double-barreled name and two first names. This was completely.
But oh well, I had fun with that session. I'm sorry that two of you weren't in there for most of that.
Oh, I got my kicks in.
Yeah.
I was laughing the whole time. Don't worry. You couldn't hear it because I muted because I'm unconscious, but I was there.
Well, thank you all for watching, listening. Please like, share, subscribe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.
Yeah.
It'll happen sometime.
Yeah. Roll credits.
Season done.
I thank you for listening to The New Age. Come subscribe as a Chosen so you may gain access to exclusive entries and make your very own Chosen of the Core. Then join us in the new Expanding Universe Discord server, where we run weekly sessions, teach homebrew mechanics, and much more. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.